Cheat Not Broke family, what is happening, good people? It's been a minute. I hadn't been live in a minute, man. I've been working, doing all crazy stuff, but I still been putting out the content. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Um, Today we're gonna drop in and talk about the rent moratorium because a couple people asked me about what's going on with that, and yeah, that thing it ends in about 2 weeks, June 30th. If you haven't paid your rent, they will be putting you out. They will be sending the police to your door, and you got to go. But it is an unfortunate situation because a lot of people haven't been able to work and stuff like that. So I said, what are some things that people can do if they find themselves in that situation? Number one, you should probably make arrangements if you do have a family member or someone you can stay with. If you look, the last thing you want to do is get an eviction on your record. That's like a eviction on your record. It's kind of like being it's like a felony. It's like a felony when you go get somewhere to get somewhere to live and they see that eviction on there, like they're gonna turn you down. Same thing when you go get a job, they see a felony on record, they're gonna turn you down. So last thing you want is an eviction on your record. You want to avoid that at all costs. So if you can get out the day before, whatever you got to do, you want to get up out of there. You don't want them people to come to your door. You don't want to hit your record because it's extremely hard to get that off. I'm trying to reach out to a friend of mine who's an attorney and say, how, if a person gets an eviction, how can they get it off of there? I know it's really, really expensive and really, really difficult, but more so difficult than expensive because I don't even know if you can do it. So, but if you're in a situation where you're behind on your rent, they got different programs in different counties and cities and states. So apply for those programs. Try to get that money. Like I said, a couple weeks back, go check a couple months ago. I did a video where I got my rent paid. My Los Angeles paid my rent for 2 months. I was appreciative of that they looked out. I got 2.5 months paid. Actually, everybody in my building got their rent paid, so that worked out great. But yeah, you wanna make sure you can apply for a program or do something. You don't want to get kicked out of your space. Look, this stuff happened. People haven't been able to find work. People haven't been finding work that pays enough because you got a job don't mean you qualify for a new apartment. This stuff is expensive. I know in Los Angeles, I think the average place out here is like $1,500. Studios like $1,500. So if you don't have enough money, or if you can't get it together, your credit's not right, or you get an eviction, it's really tough to find a place. So you want to get on top of that. And another thing is, if something did happen, you want to explore all your options. Call some family and friends. Hostel. I've stayed in a hostel before. Now, hostel I stayed in, it was if you don't know what a hostel is, it's not like the movie. It could be like the movie, but in real hostel, you got like 4 or 6 beds. Everybody's in the same room. And you're paying for a bed. You might be in there with some strangers, but you got somewhere to sleep. So it's better than the streets. So I would suggest if you know somebody in that situation yourself, you got hostel because a hotel is expensive. You'll kill all your money. If you stay in a hotel, you're gonna kill all your money. You're not gonna have $0 left. You might get a week out of hotel. So you got hostels. I know Airbnbs are super expensive, but these are just some options. I've heard terrible stories about the shelters and stuff like that. So I mean, people gotta do what they gotta do, but I just wouldn't recommend that. But if so, damn sure call down to the housing department and see if they can do anything for you. Or like I said, get that program because a lot of cities they're offering to pay like 20% rent, but your landlord has to forgive it. So there's a lot of different options out there besides just getting put out. Or if you know somebody, try to if you can help them with some resources, man, because it's gonna be crazy. And I don't see them doing anything. I've been listening to the news and saying like, hey, are they gonna do something about this? Because people, there's gonna be a lot of people being put out. You got women and children. Kids gotta go to school. It's kind of hard to focus on your schoolwork when you don't have where to stay. So it's really important just to pay attention to this stuff. And even if you are caught up on your rent, if you're good, try to get the program, try to get it paid. That's what I did. I got mine paid. I said, you know what? I'm not making enough. I need somebody to pay my rent. and they did. It's a lot of different programs. You just got to Google it. Different cities, different states, but you can get your rent paid. They'll pay like 80% sometimes. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? You can get your I know you good, but some people out there they don't have their rent paid and whatnot. So I'm trying to tell them, man, Los Angeles will pay your rent. There's a lot of states out there that'll pay your rent for you. Get on it. Get those resources. I haven't got my light bill paid. Trying to get in line to get my light bill paid. But whatever, I'm cheap, not broke. Whatever they're gonna pay for me, pay it, pay it. And then they go, talking about forgiving student loan debt. A lot of good stuff out there. But this is about the rent situation. If your rent is not paid, please go look for a program or please figure out the situation. We all need help. Please figure out your situation and what you're gonna do. Oh my God, I got the damn logo up here. Hold on, what the heck is going on? Got the wrong logo up here. Oh well. Oops. Got my cheap not my podcast logo up here. But yeah, man, that whole rent situation is scary because I live in Los Angeles. It's a homeless man that lives by me, and he comes and screams every single day. He be hollering all that crazy stuff by my house. And what you gonna do? Can't do nothing about it. Can't do nothing about it. And it's hot. Last thing you want to do is you don't want to be on the put out in the summer. They don't have no AC outside. Ain't no AC outside. So it's serious business, man. Get out there. If you know somebody, if you good, cool. But if you know somebody in the situation, help them out. You know, get that rent paid. Don't be on the streets, man. It's not a game. And the housing market is up. So they're gonna be, in my opinion, less forgiving. You're like, well, shoot, we got people buying houses. Who cares about people getting put out? So, and then unemployment's getting cut off. Unemployment's got cut off in 25 states. So they cut all the money out, all the money out. Now you can still get some food stamps. That's still going, but hey, food stamps you can't sleep up on the food stamps. You need somewhere to stay. I just want to drop in and do that. I'm on lunch break like everybody else. I got to get back to work. But I'm gonna get back on here going live, man. I appreciate y'all supporting the page. Please support www.cheapnotbroke.com. Grab a t-shirt, support the brand. I need support. All these trips I take and all this stuff I do, got to get equipment and do all that. So I appreciate y'all. Check me out at a comedy show because I'm definitely back out doing stand-up comedy. So go to my Instagram page, Cheap Not Broke or Black Kung Fu, or just type in Malcolm Hall. You can see where I'm doing comedy this week. So back out there in full effect. Until next week, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in, Barbie. I hope to see you at a comedy show pretty soon. And everybody else, if you didn't watch it live, check me out next time. See ya.